Alright guys, so in this video, let's take a look at for Friday, the morning update on the semiconductors, the chip stocks, the memory stocks. We do have SK Hynix also debuting on Nasdaq today. So we'll take a look at its price action. Nvidia going strong for us, as how I have told you a few days ago, or pretty much just a day ago, that the two stocks which are becoming a super buy. And if you missed that video out, guys, that means you are not subscribed. So please subscribe, make sure you don't miss out my videos, because I gave you Nvidia play right down over here. Well, technically break of 199 and 50 cents was the area, and you can see we have been ripping straight thereafter. That was the time to load up the position, and we'll talk about that, right? If you're also interested in many other stock plays that I talk with my members, you can check out my members only videos, just like Nvidia's and other ones that we captured that you see here. We have a lot many other plays ongoing, some of them over the course of months. And if you have been a member for long, you already know, like, some of them have made us 100% plus gains as well. So anyways, guys, so let's jump right into it. Once I let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. And yes, I haven't forgotten Micron. I'll get to Micron and Sandisk as well. So all right, so Nvidia, let's start off with that. So again, nothing really changes here, guys. I'll just reiterate the same message, and especially for new viewers, just to help them catch up with where we are. So Nvidia as 199 and 50 cents area was what we were watching. A breakout above that would change the direction for us, and you can see we got that. And thereafter, from even prior to that, I was telling you this is the zone we have to break out above to gain the direction change to the upside. And look at it, beautiful. Once we broke it, pullback. I have been telling you it's just a buy, and look at the move. A lot of profits already I am in, and so should you be, okay, because you are seeing my videos, right? So what from here? Well, the next target was this one, 412. We are very close to that today, almost done there. And then after that, it will be 236 on Nvidia. Okay, so at this point here, just continue to hold the position. I would like a little bit size down, some of 20% or so of my current size at 236, but or around 230 when we get there, if we get there. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just doing good on this thing. May do cash secured puts at this point, just to collect some premiums as well on the way as we continue up. Nvidia is looking really good, really juicy is how I like to say it. All right, so all good. Pullbacks are still a buy, but at this, the later you get, the more move you're gonna just lose, right? But also, you had to make a decision when I told you so, because what that allows you to is stop loss very tight with the risk management, and you are already enjoying the profit. You can still start a position, but it's it's getting late now, right? Pull back. If you wait, if you are not pulling the trigger and you are waiting, price has moved, you will get a late entry. Your stop loss would be wider or closer, but then that may take you out just in a pullback as well. So with the tighter stop loss, the best place is where the structure and price action is just changing, and I tell you all of that beforehand. Now, if you, again, like, you got to pull the trigger, guys. That's the whole point. Now, likewise, you can pull the trigger on my memberships as well to catch up on other stocks also. All right. So, all right. Anyways, so again, I'm not here to tell you what you have to do. I'm sharing my opinion, what I'm doing, and how things have to be done. All right, looking good on Nvidia. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD, as I have told you yesterday, that yes, we are testing this liquidity zone the third time. And if this candle doesn't loses anymore 528, the more and more strong we closer to this liquidity zone, the high likelihood it will start to build to get and push through out. Right now, that remains the scenario. Actually, we may push through out and above on AMD. So that's the case. Again, whatever position you have in the long term, definitely I have been saying take some partial profits here, which you should, and for the rest, let it carry now. Okay, you don't have to, there's no reason to size down more right now, just hold. And because as if it continues to close strong here, it will take it out. Okay, so ARM. ARM is still a little bit lagging here. Now it's an important point though. I did mention to you guys that the short is getting almost completed. Like the short play, pretty much once we regained this yellow zone, got through above, this is your time that you gotta start covering your position, right? If you took a short play there, right? Now here's the point. I mentioned to you guys yesterday that this is where we are getting at a critical zone again. Now if we do a pullback, likelihood is that we will see another day of a the rebound getting bottom, which we are seeing right now. I mentioned that there's high likelihood, even if we slip lower, we may see a pullback getting bought up for another day. And now this is where we are getting to a critical stabilization point. It is a formation of a change of direction here. As we get through and out and above red zone, may not happen today now, may happen on next week, Monday. That's your change of direction full on ARM technically, and that can start to push it up again. Okay, it can go up there again, high again. Okay, so the short is over technically. This is the zone where you can wait between red and the yellow zone. Wait for a either direction confirmation, either to the downside or to the upside, right? So that's ARM. Broadcom was another play with Nvidia that I told you is a buy, and this is where with this candle especially, pullbacks are a buy. That still remains the case, guys. Broadcom is to the upside direction and is still just bullish. What's going on? Here we go. So right now I don't see any point of weakness on this thing. This is also our good support right now, so all good. While I'm doing that, let me make sure, yeah, I did that. Okay, so that's Broadcom. Now let's get to SK Hynix. Okay, so SK Hynix just had its debut today on the Nasdaq. Now why? Because, well, it's a very young price action, guys, showing some weakness right now, but one day of price action is not sufficient right now to make a trading decisions. It can be done, but I would not suggest. But at this point, let's see how it unfolds. Is it gonna hold its open price around 166, or, well, that's not the open price, sorry, that's the test it has done to the downside. Today the open price is around 170, I guess. Yeah, 170. Is it going to hold? Now the point is that you can look at it, if the next coming days, if it breaks to the downside, then we just gotta wait. If it breaks to the upside, I would still say it's too young of a price action. That usually these newly minted IPOs, they would not really be giving you like right away like confirmed strength, because there's just so much that they're gonna go through their IP lockup periods and all. So it's really not worth it to jump the gun on these ones. So yeah. So anyways, so yeah, young price action holding green for the day right now. At least we'll see how it closes the day. I want to show you actually SK Hynix on the Korean market as well, how it did yesterday. It's still showing weakness there though, guys. Rebounds are getting sold off. So it's still in the weakness actually on the Korean market. Samsung is also, rebounds are still being sold off. It still remains negative actually. Kospi is also in the negative structure still. The point is that Micron comparably is doing better right now, with those Sandisk doing better. Sandisk is doing really better. So let's talk about now Micron and Sandisk. So Micron, now this is where, since we lost the structure below $1,100, thereafter we have been bitten the lately in the strength, especially bouncing up from here, gaining the yellow zone. Yesterday I told you that give it another day, we may see some downside. It's part of a rebound right now just, but it's a strengthful rebound in a way that we may start to build eventual strength. And this is what we are seeing is that it is trying to hold the bottom part of the yellow zone, the significant level zone there. which is an important, there's a significant level here, guys. Okay, the black line there. So it is holding that, and that's a good sign for the bulls on Micron. As long as Micron can continue to hold 954 above at this point, technically it's turning into the bulls direction. However, I would still say that it's still in the transition phase. As long as it can hold this transition phase through and above yellow zone, it has a room to remain in the strength. If we lose the bottom part of the yellow zone again, unfortunately, a rebound will be over, because it is still a part of a rebound right now, what we are seeing. But so far it's showing good strength. Okay, it's showing good strength. So we hold 950 and 954 area. Sorry, it's a 950 area. Sorry if previously I said 954. It's a $950 area. If we hold it, continue to hold it, yes, we are good. Okay, I was using the yellow zone bottom, which is, yeah, it's just a little bit, you know, right now slipping, because these levels automatically update. My tools updated, a little bit of delta may show, right? Because my tools does all automatically where the focus needs to be, where the, you know, heavy orders and institutions and all, and many other things that I cannot tell you. Okay, so if you need access to my tools, guys, that helps you in real time to make the decisions, you will find the access to my tools in the description of this video. So it has a room. It has a room, as it can hold above $950. It has a room to stabilize. Still a part of a rebound, but it has a room to stabilize as long as it can hold above 950. Give it, but just make sure right now you take it as a rebound for a day or so, and if it holds, good, we can continue to push up. Sandisk is much stronger than Micron for sure today. And so yesterday we did reject in the red zone. It is testing that red zone again today. Part of a rebound, but pullback is strengthful. That was the possibility. As I mentioned, yes, Sandisk is so strong. I mentioned this to you guys. Sandisk is so strong that any pullback, as if it can get bought up at even these significant levels, it's most likely just going to stay right now in the strength, rebound strength for another day. We are getting just that, but it's right at that point where it's about to turn it into the proper strength as well, above the red zone, that is above 1940. So what you are watching on this thing, as it can hold and continue to hold above 1800 on the near term, it has a room to continue up. It is in the upside direction right now. 1800 above, nothing to worry on Sandisk. 1800 below, unfortunately weakness will come in. Okay, that's the zone. All right, let's take a look at now TSM. Again, it's very choppy sideways. There's nothing new for me today to tell you on TSM, guys. You can check out my previous video. It's just sideways. Just use this as 418 as your, you know, stop loss zone, and that would be that. Okay, so Intel. So Intel is still weak. You cannot look any upside on this thing up below 116. Below 116 direction is still to the negative, unfortunately. It remains negative for us. Okay, that's the zone I have been telling you, and that still remains the case. Seagate, and excuse me, we'll take a look at SPY and Nasdaq 100 as well before I wrap up the video. So Seagate is also strong like Sandisk. This one also, it rebounded yesterday, good strong, a little bit closed in the red, but today already that gap fill is completed and is getting bought up, and it has a room also to push through. Okay, so as it can hold above 880, this rebound, as I said, yes, we can do a pullback, but this rebound has another day of room left for the upside through the pullback. We held the significant level, and as we continue to hold above 881 on Seagate, technically we are in the strength, not overall strength, but a rebound strength, a multi-day strength. Above 880, your bias needs to remain to the upside. Below 880, no. Your bias is again, then overall structure is taking precedence. Rebound structure is over than below 881, $880. Okay, so these are the transition points right now on Micron, Sandisk, and Seagate. So this is where you have to be nimble with the position and be prepared to manage it. Okay, we have a run-up phase, we have consolidation phase, we have distribution phase, and we have transition phase. Okay, All right, so that's Seagate. All right, let's take a look at Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500. We'll wrap up with that. So Nasdaq 100 is still holding a bullish strength. Overall, we are bullish even until $700. Near term also, yes, a pullback game, but we still are holding through the pullbacks, guys. Okay, we are still holding through the pullbacks. All good. The near term weakness is not on this thing until 715 from where we are. We can also use this area now, 720. So even 720, yeah, I gotta get rid of this now though. It has served its purpose, guys, for a day prior, for the near term rebound. And now you can use 720 to 719 or bottom part of yellow zone technically as your trailing area for this position. But for the strength position, the point is that the overall structure is fine, even like at least this $700, right? Okay, S&P 500 is also very strong, very bullish, and this thing is looking like it want to go to a new high right now. Overall, as I've been saying, 730, we will be fine. We are fine. Our focus for the near term can also be $749, and as you can see that we are holding our zones of importance. Yesterday also we did came back up through this zone, and today also are holding that zone, pushing through. It's really strong. S&P 500 is very strong. I'm sometimes surprised, right? Like if we look at, if we go to the monthly, and I'm just gonna turn off my universal indicator for a moment because I just want to show you a perspective. Sometimes I wonder, like, what's going on with the market? What's going on with the money supply? Like, look at this curve, right? Look at this curve. Like, yes, we, like, from 2000 to 2008, we just recovered pretty much on S&P 500 down there, right? We just did the recovery. That was what, 8 years. Then we did for next 2 years nothing, also like 2008 when we went down. Next for 5 years, sorry, we did nothing. We just did a catch up. After that also it was a slow climb until, like, it was manageable climb until this 2020. And I just can't believe how much money has been printed since then, how much dilution has happened of the money. Like, stock market pretty much is a definition of how much money is in the market to keep pushing these prices up, right? Which is another definition of that the value that of money you hold is down. That's what it means. It doesn't mean your money value is going up. It means your money value is going down. And like all this span, like, so let's see the climb that we had from the peak. Even we can take 2000 peak, okay? And we take a peak until like 2020, we had just 52% gains from 2020 peak, sorry, 2000 peak, all the way to the, sorry, let's get up there, right? 2020 peak, 100%, 20 years, right? And then in just what, 4 years, if I take the peak to today's peak, in just 4 years, 128%, close to just shy of 130%, right? In just, well, not 4 years, sorry, 6 years, but you get my point. Like so, you know, it just boggles my mind that just looking at this chart always, that the parabolicness of S&P 500 is just crazy. Like, some things that I show you of some countries, some banks, they are just ripping through while the underlying economy is doing nothing, right? So, and that's where it's just like such a disconnect. Anyways, this is just my rambling, guys, okay? This is just my rambling. But anyways, guys, we trade technically, we make our decisions technically. Market can be irrational, but technicals cannot be irrational. So if you manage your position with the technicals, you will be fine no matter what are the market conditions, okay? That's what I teach in my videos, and if you find that helpful and valuable, please hit the like and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.